Hey guys, and welcome back to Little Busters. So, let's just jump right back in. Please, follow us. This way. I took the lead. Rin didn't budge, so I pulled her along by the sleeve. We started walking side by side. 4 people couldn't walk together in the corridor, so I was the head of the group, with Kengo and Masato coming along after me, and finally, Rin trailing behind us. An NG tone rang from behind me. Huh? Is something wrong?
惜しい
That
な。
was close.
見ろ。向かいから二人組の生徒が来る。
Look, there are 2 students coming our way.
マサトが廊下の中央を歩き過ぎていたんだ。
And Masato was walking right in the center of the corridor.
このままだとぶつかると思ったリンは、その袖を引っ張って右側に引き寄せたんだ。
Rin thought that he would bump into them, so she pulled him on his sleeve and drew him into the right side.
いけないことだったのか
I shouldn't have done that! No, it's the way that you did it that's wrong. I took care of the explanation. In times like these, you have to warn the person and not pull on their sleeve yourself. You should tell them that it's dangerous and they should walk a little to the right or so.
なるほどな
I see! But she had noticed that even before me, who was walking ahead of everyone. She must have been really watchful. Rin is trying her best. I'm sure that if she keeps at it for the rest of the day, she'll be okay tomorrow. This is the principal's office. I stopped before the office and pointed at the door.
では、二人はここで入っていって校長と話をして、また出てきたとしよう。
Let's pretend that both of them went inside and had a talk with the principal and then came out again.
はい、スタート
Okay, start.
ん？待っていてくれたのか？悪いな。
You waited for us. Sorry.
偶然です
It's a coincidence! Rin.
当然
Of
です
course!
どっちもあかんのだったらどうしろっちゅうんじゃボ
If neither of them are good, or are no good, what do you want me to say, moron? Saying of course is too serious for a student, and saying it's a coincidence is just plain strange. A simple it's okay or not at all, coupled with a smile, would be much better.
なんか腑に落ちないな
None of this makes sense to me. That's how any student would normally react. Just keep it up.
うん
Okay. She nodded reluctantly.
ん？待っていてくれたのか？悪いな。
You waited for us. Sorry.
は
It's
い
okay. Where should we take you next?
君たちの授業を見学させてもらうことになっているから、君たちの教室まで
We're
頼む。
going to observe your class, so please show us the way to your classroom. Understood.
その後はしっぽりムフフと行きたいものです
Oh
ね。
my god, Masato. I'd like some private time with you afterwards, if you know what I mean.
犯罪だな
That's a crime! I told you not to fall for that.
う
Aww. I took up position at the head of the group again. This time, even I noticed when a group of girls came striding towards us. And leading the group was... Sasasagawa Sasami!
ざざみだ
Sasami! Rin sprang up to the front upon noticing her.
あれがざざみにございます
This be Sasami! Sasami-senpai. It's our arch nemesis, Natsume... Oh wait, whoops, this is a female student. I was not paying attention. Huh? Sasami-senpai! It's our arch nemesis, Natsume Rin! One of her groupies noticed us.
また現れまし
You
たの
again!
ざざみ邪魔だどけ
Sasami, out of my way!
どけですってそちらこそ目障りでございまして
Out of
よ
my way! You do realize that you are the eyesore here?
目障りだ
An
とは
eyesore? She's being
や
beat.
る気ですの？
Are you looking for a fight?
いつもであれば望むところだが。
Oh god. Oh, Rin! Rin, you poor baby! Don't do it! Whenever, wherever, couldn't ask for more!
今日のところは見逃しておいて
I'll
やる。
let you off the hook today.
なぜならば
For the reason that...
ブーブーうっさいんじゃボケ。
Babe, babe, shut the hell up, moron! Even if she gives it her all, I might not see this working out by tomorrow.
その音、一体何の余興ですの？
What in God's name is the purpose of the sound?
あら、宮沢さんもご一緒していらしたの？
Oh, Miyazawa-san is with you as well. She finally noticed Kengo.
お前たち、道を開けて差し上げなさい。邪魔ですことよ。
Girls, make way! Do you not see you are hindering their path? They were commanded to step aside, and the crowd split into two to open a path.
すげえな、おい。
Hey, is that for real? We freely passed through the middle. I felt like walking on a red carpet.
宮沢さん、今度お茶でもご一緒にいかがでございますか？
Miyazawa-san, how about we have some tea together next time? Sasasagawa-san asked Kengo as we passed by.
暇ができたら
If
な。
I have time.
その後、しっぽりムフフと行きたいものですね。
You might want some private time with him afterwards, if you know what I mean. Oh, goodness. Sesame-senpai! As soon as we walked past her, Sasasagawa-san fainted. Oh, man. What Masato said was too much for her to handle. She's quite an innocent one herself.
授業が始まります。急ぎましょ
The
う。
classes will start soon. Let us hurry. This is our classroom. The bell rang as we entered the classroom.
よし、今回はここまでだ。
Alright, that is it for now.
次は昼休みか。
We'll continue on the lunch break.
食堂で食事マナーの勉強
We'll
だ
be
な。
teaching you proper table manners.
うーん
Aw, Rin. Her spirit plummeted once again. We grabbed the usual trays and took our usual seats. Rin and I had our meals picked for us today.
では始めるとするか。
Alright,
Start.
let's get to it. Start! Thanks for the food.
いただきます。
Thanks for the food! Following my lead, Rin put her hands together. Then we simultaneously picked up the chopsticks and started eating. Kyosuke's cell phone was pointed at Rin's chest. I wasn't sure what was going on.
箸の持ち方だ。
You're holding your chopsticks wrong, Kengo pointed out. I took a closer look to realize that she was holding the chopsticks in an extremely strange way.
どうして人差し指と中指がクロスしているんだ？
Why do you cross your index and middle fingers like that?
個性だ。
A matter of preference!
個性です。
It's a matter of preference!
ゆとり教育です。
My parents were lenient with me!
すみません、直し
I'm
ます。
sorry, let me fix that!
箸は上側の箸だけを動かして使うものだ。
When using chopsticks, you only move the one on the top.
まず下側の箸は親指の付け根で挟みしっかりと固定し、薬指の先を添えるようにして持つ。
I like how they're actually teaching you how to, use chopsticks. This is kind of funny. You hold the bottom one with the base of your thumb and support it with the tip of your ring finger.
上側の箸は根元が 1,2 センチ出るくらいの部分を持ち、人差し指と中指の先で軽く挟んで親指を添えろ。
The base of the top chopstick should stick out roughly 1 inch above. You hold it gently with your index finger and middle finger, supporting it with your thumb. Except, I use chopsticks differently from that. I actually cross the chopsticks together, like at the base of your hand, because I was taught to use them while they're pressed together instead of being apart. And I support mine with my middle finger, And then I use my index finger to move the top chopstick. So I guess I kind of use them a little weirdly too. But I was never told to not do it. We were being taught the table manners, starting with the proper way to hold the chopsticks.
箸の使い方でやってはいけないことがいくつかある。
There's a number of things you must not do when you use chopsticks.
リキ、思いつくものを挙げてみろ。
Ricky, try to name some of them. Waving your chopsticks above the dish, or using them to draw the dish closer.
そうだな。
Good.
リン、
What
他には
else, Rin?
相手に突き刺す。
Use them to poke someone?
何？相手を箸で突き刺してもいいの
What?
か？
Is it okay to poke someone with them?
問題外という意味
That's
だ。
not the problem.
アホだな。
You're stupid.
何？
Wait, what? I don't
お前に言われたくないわ、ボケ！
want to hear that from you, moron.
お前に言われたくありません、ボケ！
I do not desire to hear that from you, moron.
大変ボケていらっしゃるようだ。
Oh god. It appears to me that you've sustained a great deal of brain damage in your life.
大層頭がお化けとお見受け。
I cannot help but notice that there's something wrong with your intellect. Knock it off, Rin. There's no correct way to say that.
他には差し箸なんかが代表だろうな。子供のように箸先で刺すことだ。
Another example
相手じゃないぞ。
is
おかず
sashibashi.
をだぞ。
That means not sticking the chopsticks in the food, not in someone.
リキの挙げたのは迷い箸、寄せ箸だな。
What Riki mentioned is referred to as mayoibashi and yosebashi.
他にも渡し箸、眠り箸、もぎ箸などもある。
There's also watashibashi, neburibashi, mogibashi, and many others. His lectures went on. And sorry about the loud cars, guys. Not my fault. Let's see. How to eat, how to use utensils, and even the correct posture. Thanks for the food.
ごちそうさまでした。
Thanks for the food! I clasped my hands together after I finished dinner. We were silently waiting for Kyosuke's next words.
よし、今回はここまで。
Alright, that's it for now. At the same moment, Rin collapsed face on flat on the table. She was completely exhausted. Ah, the poor baby. She vanished somewhere after school, and I was looking for her. She had looked depressed, so I was worried about her. I passed through the courtyard into the passageway where she'd normally be playing with her cats. As I was walking around a tree, I finally spotted her figure in the shade behind it. I was about to call out to her, but stopped myself.
うーん
Aww. She was sitting with her arms wrapped around her legs, her head hanging.
まだブーブー音が聞こえる。
I can still hear the beeping sound. The cats around her felt that she was different from her usual self and were puzzled.
私、相当ダメな子
I
だ。
can't do anything right. She was so tired, she didn't even care about the two cats playing King of the Hill on her head. Lennon, who had been lying on the lawn staring at Rin, walked up to her and tugged on the edge of her skirt with his paw.
うん。どうしたレノ。私は今ブーブー音との戦いで力尽きてる。 瀕死だ。
What is it, Lennon? I spent all my strength fighting against the beeping sound. I'm about to drop dead. Leave me alone. She spoke in a sulky voice. Bleh, I cannot read today. Well, it was a battle so tough that I really could almost imagine her dropping dead. But Lennon didn't give up and was moving his paws.
何？
What? She... Okay. Hello, loud sounds. She slowly lifted her head up and extended her left arm, and then patted Lennon on his forehead. She bent her index finger and rubbed his forehead in a swirling motion.
うりうり。お、私に逆らう気か。10年早いわ。うりうり。
Huh? Are you challenging me? You're 10 years too early for that.
必殺。猫の額は意外とでっかいぞ攻撃。
Ultimate technique. A cat's forehead is unexpectedly large attack. She used her hand to rub his entire head.
情けない声出さないの。男の子でしょ。
Don't let out a pathetic voice like that. Aren't you a boy? He started licking her fingers.
こら、くすぐったい。もうしょうがないな、レナ。
Hey, it's tickling. Jeez, Lennon. She fell on her knees, giggling.
おいで、レナ。
Come here, Lennon.
よしよ
Good
し。
boy. All the other cats took this opportunity to surround her.
もう頭さらに重たい。腕も重たい。こら、スカート潜らない。
My head is even more heavy now. Hey, my arms are heavy. Oh, come on, don't go under my skirt. She was buried under cats in a matter of seconds. I didn't even get a chance to intervene. The cats already made her recover her spirits. Ah, I would be that way too, though. It was a refreshing morning. The weather was flawless. I shot a glance at the clock. It was still only 8 a.m. I'd usually get better or be getting myself ready at around this time. Rin was sleepy to the point where she was struggling to keep her eyes open. I wasn't surprised, seeing how had already blah blah, if I can read. I wasn't surprised, seeing how she'd had a really rough time yesterday. Are you okay?
大丈夫。任せろ。
I'm alright, leave it to me. Her voice was drowsy. She didn't appear all right to me. A black luxury car halted at the front gate. An old man whom I'd seen somewhere before, and a fit-looking man got out of it. I seriously cannot read today. That old man must be the superintendent.
確か、事務棟に銅像があった。
I think there's a bronze statue of him on campus. He did bear an uncanny resemblance to the statue. So, that other man must be the representative of the prefectural assembly. Alright, mission start. Yeah! We proceeded to greet the visitors together with our homeroom teacher. Thank you for coming all the way here today. Naoe and Natsume from 2E will be showing you around the school. We took a step forward after being introduced. Hello, I'm Naoe from Class 2E. Please take your time with the inspection. Thank you. He seemed the type to always have a smile on his face. I felt relieved, seeing that he looked like a kind person. I shook his hand and took a step back. It was Rin's turn. She didn't turn to the assembly member, but to me.
ゆっくり。
Time! She spelled out the words, as if trying to point out that it hadn't gone according to plan. She was right. She made such a good impression on me that I got carried away and changed the words a bit. Just follow the plan, Rin, I whispered to her. And this is? He asked our homeroom teacher while looking at Rin, but before he had time to answer, she took a step forward.
2年 E 組の夏目です。ゆっくりよろしくお願いします。
Oh, no. I'm Natsume from 2E. Please take your time to meet me. She mixed up the greetings. Nice to meet you. He took his time to meet her. He chuckled heartily after that. Oh God, this is so cute. What an interesting child. Well, he didn't seem to have gotten a bad impression of her, so it's all good. Aww, they're so cute. Good morning! Morning! The students passing through the school gates were greeting each other. It was the usual scene we saw every morning. The superintendent was whispering something to the assembly member every now and then. Ren and I simply stood to the side. Do you live in the dormitory?
Hi.
Yes!
リキと一緒に暮らしてま
I
す。
live there together with Riki. We're living together now?
間違った。
No, that's not right.
リキは男子寮で、私は女子寮に住んでます。
Riki lives in the boys' dorms, and I live in the girls' dorm. Rin, it's not like they know my first name. But I am all out of time for this episode, guys, so if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!